I had to go through it. I had to go through everything that I've gone through. I've had to go through my time of being a teenager, getting mixed up with the wrong crowd, running with the wrong people. I had to get mixed up in selling drugs. I had to decide to take a large shipment over the state lines over into Montana, and I had to get busted. I had to do some time in jail. I had to sit there while I sat in jail wondering, how long am I gonna be in here? Is the feds gonna pick it up? What's gonna happen? Is my life gonna be ruined now? I had to go through getting out of jail and coming back, changing my entire life, flipping my life upside down, getting rid of everyone that I used to know, every one of my old friends. I had to go through all of that so I can look back and say that that was one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. At the time, of course, it was one of the worst things I thought in my mind could ever have happened. Turns out, it's the best. That's kind of often the case. So many times we think that something is the worst thing that's ever could happen to us. But as time goes on, we realize that, you know what, that kind of needed to happen. That was one of the best things. That's one of the reasons why I say that things are only bad because we assign it as bad. We assign the negativity to it. Nothing bad happened. Me getting arrested and getting thrown in jail, it's not a bad thing. That's not something bad happening to me. I'm assigning the feeling, I'm assigning it being bad because of my state of mind, the way I feel. I could have looked at it right then and there and say, you know what, this is a great thing, because the way my life was going, the path that I was going down, I was either going to end up dead or dead. One of the two, I was either dead or dead, because that's the only place that kind of life leaves. And so that reminds me of one of these. It's a Chinese proverb, and there was a farmer, and his lifeline was the horse. He had a horse, that was his lifeline to work on the farm. One day the horse ran away. The members of the community came up to him and said, "We heard about your horse. I'm sorry it ran away. That's such a terrible thing." And the farmer goes, "I don't know, maybe." A couple days later, the horse comes back, and with it brought 2 wild horses. Then the community once again came over, check on him, see how he's doing. Seeing he has 2 new horses, so he has a total of 3. They say, "Wow, that's the best thing that ever could have happened." And the farmer again was like, "I don't know, maybe." A couple days later, the farmer's son is outside training one of the horses, and the horse throws him and breaks the farmer's son's leg. Now the farmer's son is laid up in his bed, can't work. The townspeople come by, the community comes by to check on him. Once again, tells the farmer, that's one of the worst things that can happen. Farmer's like, "I don't know, maybe." A couple days later, the kingsman comes by, the king's court. The land is at a vicious war. People are dying, being dismembered, and they're drafting for the war. And the king's men go to look at the farmer's son, see that he has a broken leg, see that he's not fit for war, and come out and tell the farmer that they can't take him because of his broken leg. And once again, the townspeople come over and say, "Wow, that's a great thing, that's great." The farmer then again says, "I don't know, maybe," because that's the truth. We don't know. At the time, we don't know, because we don't know what the universe has planned for us. We don't know what the universe's plan is. The universe always has a plan. There's always a plan. And we don't know what that plan is. The thing is if there's something bad that's happening, and we're saying, this is bad, this is something bad, that's a time that we're being challenged. The universe is challenging us. The universe is trying to make us better. Either we're going down a path that is going to lead to destruction, and the universe wants to get us off of it, or we need to learn lessons, or we need to grow. It's always something that is going to make us grow. That's why anytime now something bad happens, I look at it as opposed to saying, why is this happening to me? I look at saying, what's the lesson here? What is the lesson? What do I need to learn? Or this is just gonna make me better. This is gonna make me stronger. This is gonna make me tougher. This is going to make me think more. This is going to do something to better me. Whatever it is, it's going to better me. So all of that, I had to go through that. I had to go through all of these things that I've gone through because that was the universe's plan for me. And had I not gone through that, then there was a lot of things that I wouldn't be able to come and talk to people about today. I wouldn't be able to help people. I'm gonna get in a couple of videos a little bit later talking more about that, but I just wanted to touch on that we don't know what the universe has in plan for us. So don't assign something negative to anything right away. Don't assign anything negative at all, because you don't know what's gonna come from it. And if anything, what it's gonna do is make you better. What it's gonna do is challenge you. It's gonna get you out of your comfort zone where you should be. You should be out of your comfort zone quite often, so that way you can grow and progress through life.